Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing a crucial topic for families navigating the educational system. We're going to be discussing the Individualized Education Plan, or as is commonly known, the IEP. If you or your child have disabilities, an IEP can be a crucial tool to ensure that you have a tailored and effective education. So today we're going to break down what an IEP is, why it's necessary, and what to do if the school system refuses to follow the plan. Let's get into it. So what exactly is an individualized education plan? An IEP is a legally binding document created for public school children who need special education. It's designed to meet each child's unique needs and set specific goals for their education. The plan includes the child's current performance, annual education goals, special education supports and services, and how their progress will be tracked. So, guys, I really want you to understand the fact that an IEP is a legal document. It is mandated by a federal law called the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, commonly known as IDEA. And I will provide the links to the website where you can read about IDEA. And I'll also provide a link to the video where I discuss this law in great detail. But in short, IDEA requires public school systems to create an IEP for every single student who qualifies for special education. And the plan must be developed by a team that includes the child's parents, teachers, school administrators, and other relevant professionals who can help the child succeed. So, guys, please don't just let the team create the plan and you not have any input. You can have just as much input as the other members of the team. And because IEPs are tailored specifically for each student, they can address a wide range of disabilities, from physical impairments to learning disabilities, emotional and behavior issues, speech therapy, occupational therapy, modified teaching, and guys, so much more, because again, it's tailored specifically for each child. The goal is to provide the support and accommodations necessary to help each student succeed and thrive in the least restrictive environment possible. So, why is an IEP necessary? Well, without an IEP, students with disabilities may not receive the individualized and tailored education that they require. This can lead to them falling behind academically, socially, and emotionally. An effective IEP helps to level the playing field and promotes a more inclusive and equitable education system. Or it's supposed to. So, what are some steps you can take if the IEP is not being followed? Listen, we know that the IEP is a legal document. We know that it's mandated by federal law, by IDEA, right? But I'm here to tell you there are some teachers who just will not do it for whatever reason. And I'm here to tell you that there are some school systems who just don't give a rat's rear end. But there is a way to get them to follow it. So the first thing you should try to do is communicate. Communicate with everyone on that IEP team, right? The teacher, the principal, the occupational therapist, whoever is a member of that team, communicate with them and you're documenting, okay? So uh, if you email them, you say the emails, okay? You're documenting. So communicate first. The second thing you should do If communication doesn't work, if you don't see any improvement after communicating with people on the team, the second thing you should do is request a meeting, and voice your concerns. And again, it should be everyone on the IEP team, right? And again, if after you request a meeting, you follow up in writing, say, hey, thank you for meeting with me, blah, 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 blah. And I expect to see A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, whatever your concerns are. Now, guys, if that doesn't work, the last resort, in my opinion, that you and what you should do is you go to your state's advocacy system and they will fight on behalf of you and your child. They will do it. Guys, I'm going to provide a link to the video where I explain in great detail how every single U.S. state and every U.S. territory must have protection and advocacy systems in place. They must have them. They are mandated by federal law. And these systems, they provide many resources for people with disabilities. They include legal services, healthcare services, social services, and of course, education. And so the reason I say you should speak to someone at your advocacy system as a last resort, because guys, if they will investigate, right? You speak to them, they're going to investigate. They're going to be asking all kind of information, and they're going to send for information from that. They're going to ask for information from the school, and when they do that, there's going to be hostility involved. I mean, let's just call a thing a thing. No one likes, when you say attorney, you know, the radar goes up, the walls go up because no one wants to be sued. So, if you speak with an advocate, an investigation could very easily turn into a lawsuit if the school has been found to be negligent. I have spoken in previous videos about Bryant's junior high education. Guys, it was horrible. Like, I won't even go into it, but in the short, it was just horrible. And I followed the first two steps, right? I spoke to the teacher several times. It was like speaking to this ink pen. Hey, how you doing? This is my concern. Child, please. No good, right? I had the meeting with the principal, all the people in the IEP team members, all this kind of stuff. And guess who wasn't at that meeting? The teacher. So, because for whatever reason, I can about guess some of the reasons why this teacher was the way that she was. But after that meeting, like, I had a choice to make. Now, the choice was what was my next step. I did not know about the advocacy systems in place when Brian was in school, and I'm sure like a lot of parents don't know about these advocacy systems. The school is not going to tell you because some of these schools will do the least amount possible. I mean, it is what it is. But I didn't know about the advocacy system, but I did know that if the school wasn't doing what they was supposed to do, which they weren't, that Bryant could have gone to another school. What I didn't know was how he would get there. Like, I didn't know that the school was supposed to they were supposed to provide transportation. Golly, guys, it was so much stuff I did not know. And I'm just finding out now that I'm doing research. And so this is why I do what I do, so that I can educate parents. But what I ended up doing, I did not seek other legal action. I just made up my mind that I would teach Brian the things that he needed to teach. That needed to be taught. And so that's what I did. I mean, Brian can read you under the table, child. He can read. Now, he doesn't comprehend like he should, but us he knows a lot, and he didn't learn anything in junior high. Whatever he learned, he learned from his mama. So, guys, I hope you have a clear understanding of what an IEP is and how it can help your child succeed. Our educational system is mandated by federal law to educate disabled children in a manner that will help them succeed in the least restrictive environment possible. And an IEP is the very tool that they need to help them get all the resources that they need, like paraprofessionals, computers, hearing aids, wheelchairs, guys, whatever it takes to help that child succeed. And if the people at your school, if the school administrators refuse to help you guys, there is another route. You can contact your federally mandated protection and advocacy system. I will say this, a phone call to someone at your state's protection and advocacy system costs you nothing, right? I was so frustrated from just dealing with my child's, just the system in general. That is why I decided when Brian was in junior high, I just decided, you know what, I don't want to fight. But guess what? When people, that's part of a strategy, right? Is to wear you out as a parent when someone is not doing something. That is a strategy on their part too. They know what they're supposed to be doing, but a lot of times schools, they just won't do it for whatever reason. So please contact your protection and advocacy system if you're having issues with getting the school to adequately educate your child. Guys, I know that taking legal action can make some people uncomfortable, but I do want to remind you that your state will take legal action against you if you, the parent or the guardian, if you don't follow the educational laws. Listen, Alabama has a code that reads, if your child doesn't come to school and if the child doesn't conduct himself, herself according to written policy and the behavior results in suspension, the parent shall be guilty of a misdemeanor and upon conviction shall be fined not more than $100 and may also be sentenced to hard labor for the county for not more than 90 days. I don't know how many convictions Alabama has had concerning this. I couldn't find anything. But the point is, the laws are there. And what I'm just really trying to home in is that the school is responsible for certain things, and we, the parent, are responsible for certain things, and so is the student. All right, guys. So let me know in the comments what you think about your school's code of conduct regarding children with special needs. And I am going to be wrapping up the video with that. I am filming this in late July, and school starts next month. So I wish you much success in your journey with disabilities. And it is a journey, and I know sometimes it can be tough, but we are all in this together. So please feel free to ask me anything that you want to in the chat. And remember, guys, protect your peace at all costs. All right? See you next time.